The story continues with Little Joe being talked into riding one of the broncs he's busted in the race by a shrewd old horse trader.
That little black horse you were breaking there, he as fast as he looks.
Mm-hmm. It's about the fastest little animal I ever rode.
How long you think it would take to get him set for racing?
Racing?
Joe agrees to do it, but knows Adam and Hoss won't like it. The old horse trader has a trick of his own, and it's not as crazy as horse whistling. He shows Joe the lightweight English saddles he's got for Joe to use.
Now, what you're about to see may be our ace in the hole. An English riding saddle.
Hey, that thing doesn't hardly weigh anything at all, does it?
Yeah, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if a horse could run a mite faster with this on his back instead of one of ours.
You know, I bet you're right.
They're running. Strategic Weapon came away beautifully, and so too did First Thorn Chicks to the far side. Down at the rail, One Quick Eagle now going to take a challenge at Strategic Weapon. It's these two pulling away. One Quick Eagle, Strategic Weapon. One Quick Eagle beats Strategic Weapon.
Training, like she's okay. So I just give you the first schooling race that day, and she ran second, and it's when I see that she's fast. And after her is her third out in the trial, and like for me it's incredible for me how this happened right now.
We brought her up and took her slow. We took her to El Paso, started breaking her, getting used to the gaits, and she was always something that I felt that had a little bit more than the others, and she basically showed that she has that in the futurity trials. This is our first futurity finals of any sort in Ruidoso. We've been blessed this year with every horse that we run in futurities, derbies, maturities. We've qualified a horse since November of this year.
Well, Johnny and Jana, they raised this horse. He's out of the good mare, One Famous Lady, and by First Down Dash. He's a royal bred, and he's never gave us any trouble. He's been good from day one. The more you work him, the better he gets, and he's smart. He has some speed, and we're lucky enough to be here. You know, every now and then you'll have one that's got a lot of speed and no brains, or one that's got a lot of brains and no speed. So I think this horse, up to this point, he's been a lot of fun. He's going to be a lot more fun.
Running off slow was Jessera. Fast break far side for Sizzlin' Mr. Perry. To the inside, You and How Many More. Now here comes All About Tonight, followed up by Sarah Smile and Sail on Candy. You and How Many More is clear. You and How Many More battle for second between Sizzlin' Perry and All About Tonight. You and How Many More.
He says it was very good that we qualified two horses. As you know, Ruidoso, the odds are very difficult. Sometimes the weather is more difficult than the horses because the wind change. Since you start at 10 o'clock running horses until 7 o'clock, anything can happen. The wind change and you don't qualify with the whole horse, or you qualify with a mediocre horse. So he's very happy that he qualified two horses, especially right here in Ruidoso.
They're running. Fast break for First Down McLaren B. Into the inside, we have Chicky's Fire, Sapphire, and Carter's Disco. Into the far side, Dashing Quick Kid. And it is Carter's Disco battling away with Chicky's Fire, Sapphire between them. Carter's Disco in front. Carter's Disco from Sapphire.
I kept leading some really nice horses up there and was just having a rotten day. I mean, I couldn't put one together. No Disco showed up and said, "Give me the ball, coach," and went on with it. If he runs the same race back, and you look at Equibase and the conditions and all those sort of things, he ran in one of the stronger crosswinds of the day. The three that out-qualified him had a pretty good tailwind.
And he got the first hole. So when he broke from the gates, he was looking at the rail. You know, he's going to drift it up a little, and looking at the rail, so he was kind of green. But the horse was pretty good. He was ahead of everybody. So we think that he can run better next time.
The day of the race finally arrives and everybody's pretty excited.
I've got a feeling your brother's going to do some yelling about this saddle.
I got a feeling they're going to do some yelling about who's sitting in that saddle.
Adam and Hoss find out what their little brother is up to, and they are pissed.
You know, it seems to me that our little brother has learned some very interesting ways since he left the home hearth.
Yes, sir. He's putting together some real dandy little tricks, ain't he?
They're running. Fast break for 3 Wild Dreams, along with Down That Corona and Pouring Rain, and along with Rocked Up and Down at the Rail, Anchored In. And it is 3 Wild Dreams battling away with Rocked Up, Anchored In at the Rail. 3 Wild Dreams gonna win. 3 Wild Dreams from...
I've known him forever, Bob Gerhardt. So I rode the first one of the first racehorses he had for Jimmy Jones. We qualified and run 5th or 6th in the All-American back in the days when I was still riding. So I just knew him, and I got the opportunity and the good fortune to pick up a couple of his good 2-year-olds and a couple of his good 3-year-olds. So good colt. Did everything just about perfect. Just missed his goal a little bit. A rig horse, and he's a lot better than that away from there. Come back really good, doing well, and we just got to hope for a little luck. We're blessed now because we got to beat 9. We don't have to beat a whole bunch.
They're running. Beautiful break. Quick break from the far side for Russell's Reserve, then floated away a little bit, but back toward the inside, Quick Dynasty also, and then down at the rail, we have a Burning the Night Away and Feature Lawrence coming on middle of the track. Feature Lauren and Quick Dynasty battle out between them. Here's El Senor Lucero with a big explosion late.
Javier Marquez is the owner. He brought the baby to us here at the beginning of the year, and we started working with him in El Paso at the racetrack in Sun, and broke him there. And the colt is really green. I mean, he's a real expensive colt. I think they paid like $62,000 for him at the Ruidoso sale. So we kind of babied him along and took our time with him, and it paid off, He broke a little slow, and they kind of tapped him on one side and tapped him on the other, and he kind of, we're starting to shut him out, and he made a hole, and Edgar pushed him through, and last 50, 100 yards, he was really moving. So
she's been running a couple races in Remington. She only had 2 outs out there, and we ran them in the Oklahoma trials, and I can see the filly, she was still kind of green, and then every race that she's been running better and better, and then she's been getting more experience. And still, the day that she ran the Ruidoso trial, she still kind of look around over the grass stand, But that filly, I really like it to run a better race in the final.
Broke a little slow, but after about the second jump, he really picked up, and he kept going. It looked like he was gonna go. It looked like he was gonna win the race, and actually he got tied up with 2 other horses, and he still run, like I'm saying, he run a little green. He got kind of spooked, and he knows what to do now, and we know what we need. We went back and fixed what we needed, corrected what we had to do to make him better. So
then there's the question about the legality of the saddle, and the racing commissioner gets involved.
Yes, there's some question about that saddle there.
Well, now, Clem, according to the rules, it says all mounts will be ridden with a saddle.
Well, Clem, he's right, If you want to change the rules, you're going to have to wait till next year. Right now, he's got to.
Once that's settled, the race starts. It turns out to be a race between Big Racehorse and Little Bronc. But in the end, the Little Bronc wins.
They're running. Jesse Dame broke sharp from the far side along with Stoli Baby back toward the inside. It's Cartel Quick coming away fast. Bonfire's getting going. And then we have a Zoomin' Wagon. But it's Cartel Quick in front, chased by Bonfire. And then Stoli Baby and Jesse Dame. Cartel Quick wins.
Quick, he did real good in the trials, trial 18. Ran real good. We think we have a pretty good chance at the futurity on the 9th. He's been feeling really good. He's a real good horse. The guys here, Alonso Orozco is a trainer. They've been excellent with him. And we just waiting for the 9th.
Well, how'd he win against a real racehorse?
Well, it turns out that Little Joe got Ben to whisper in his horse's ear. But they lead everybody to believe it was the saddle.
Now that sounds like a good show.
Well, boys, TV's changed a lot. Nobody cares about Westerns anymore.
Hey, where'd the hell Zamora go?
All right, that's it.
Zamora, what the hell are you doing?
I thought I'd try goat whispering.
What are you trying to get that goat to do?
I'm trying to get him to crap gold nuggets.
See, fellas, and this is why they don't do shows about us anymore.
I thought I'd try goat whispering, but that little sumbitch wants to horn me in the huevos.
Yeah, what huevos?
Zamora, what the hell are you doing? Cocksucker. No kidding. How'd that go?
Dude, that's 3 cuts. I'm waiting